Hey guys, Skyzer Game 84. Welcome back to the game room. As you can see, you got a little different view this video. I moved my setup around a little bit. My retro corner behind me. I was gonna do a pickups video. I was gonna wait and do all the stuff that I picked up Black Friday and Black Friday weekend, Cyber Monday, at the same time. But unfortunately, one of the things that I ordered is lost. Or it's still in a distribution center somewhere and it's been there for like 11 days. So if you ordered anything and it's coming via USPS, you might have to wait on it. So I'm going to go ahead and show most of the stuff that I've got Black Friday. It's a few things that I picked up before then. Yeah, so I want to do a review of a couple of the things because I've already used them a little bit. But we'll get into that when I get to it. Stick around. A lot of cool things to go over. Alright guys, thanks for hanging around. The first thing that I kind of want to show is a buddy of mine was nice enough to hook me up with a few things. He's in the 3D printing scene. He's got a 3D printer, and he actually made me a region-free cartridge tray from N64. I've already got it installed, or I'd show it to you on the video. But he did print me off a few other things, which I thought was really cool. And then I inlaid them in red. I got a little cleaning up to do on this cartridge yet, and line out the bottom of it. But he 3D printed me a NES cartridge with my logo on there, so that's cool. And he also 3D printed me a NES toaster model cartridge bay door with my logo on there, which is really cool. I've not installed it yet because the gray, and I assume it's, you know, just with age and stuff, my console is not right on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait, and I'm going to pick me up another NES and mod it a little more, and put that door on there when I get it modded. But cool nonetheless. I really appreciate that. So shout out to my boy Shannon. Appreciate it, man. Awesome job. So the next thing that I picked up was actually picked up some movies. I've already put them away though. But I picked this up at the Dollar Tree, which was cool. I'm not a puzzle guy, but as you all know, I am a Back to the Future guy. So I picked up a Blockbuster 500-piece Back to the Future 2 puzzle, which is pretty cool. It's not retro or anything. I don't know why they labeled it Blockbuster. I guess just for nostalgia reasons. But cool nonetheless. So I'll probably put that together. I was trying to see what size it is. It's 11 by 14 when it's together. So I might try to put it together and get a frame and hang it up here in the game room, which I think would be cool. The next thing was my Goodwill pickups. And I didn't get a lot. I haven't really been going to the Goodwill. The holidays and stuff, and just really not been feeling it. But I did pick up. You can't see it's off camera. I'm not gonna pick it up because it's big. But I picked up the Ferrari 458 Spider racing wheel and pedal combo for Xbox One, complete in box, for $4.99. It does work. I hooked it up and tried it out. I doubt that I'll keep it. I'll probably resell it. But it is cool nonetheless. Find it complete in box for $5.99 at the Goodwill. The only other thing as far as games go that I picked up at the Goodwill, picked up a copy of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, disc only, for PS1. I like the Tony Hawk games, and you'll see that's evident in one of my other pickups. But I don't see this movie out a lot in the wild. I don't think that it's rare or anything like that. I don't think it's worth anything. it's not the lenticular version of it, but it's a good movie nonetheless. Peter Jackson's The Frighteners, Michael J. Fox in it. It's a good movie. I really enjoyed that movie. So glad to have it on DVD. So that was all my thrift finds and stuff. The rest of the stuff that I got is Black Friday stuff. I did get some retro stuff at Half Price Books on Black Friday, and I picked up Star Wars Episode 1 Racer for the N64. It didn't come with the end labels on them. I put the end labels on there myself. Because as you all know, you got them on a shelf. You can't tell what game's what. And then I picked up Star Wars Episode 1 Battle for Naboo on N64. Got a good deal on both of those. Glad to add those to the collection. The rest of the stuff was GameStop pickups. They had a pretty good Black Friday sale going. Online they had a buy one get one free, I believe. Yeah, it was buy one get one free, so buy one get one sale. And then they had a few other games on sale, and I'll get to why I purchased them that way in a minute. But I picked up Resident Evil 3 on the PS4. Played through the second one on PS4, the remake, of course, and I like it. It was a lot of fun. So glad to have the third one. I think it ended up being $13 or something, so I never really getting past that up. Actually, take that back. This next game I got at Target. It wasn't GameStop. And I think it was 20 something. I think something like that, $22.99, $24.99 something. But that is the fully remastered versions of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and Pro Skater 2. I played a little bit of it. I really enjoyed it. It took some getting used to with the PS4 controller. Not that it's a whole lot different, or it may have just been that I wasn't used to the controls because I've not played it in a while. But I did enjoy it and look forward to playing it quite a bit more. Now the rest of the games I got are at GameStop. I picked up Ghost of Tsushima on PS4. I'm playing it right now. I really enjoy it. I don't know why I waited this long to pick it up. It's a really cool game. So if you've not played it, I definitely recommend picking it up and giving it a look-see. The next one I picked up the same time I picked up Ghost of Tsushima. Again, I can't give props enough to my local GameStop. I know I've given them shout-outs in the video before. But I'll give them a shout-out again because they led me right. I wanted to get Spider-Man Miles Morales. And of course, they didn't have any pre-owned copies. But they have the deal going on where you buy a new game over $29.99. You get, I think, 30% off of pre-owned games. So I got 30% off of Ghost of Tsushima. And then I got Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS4. And of course, it does have the PS5 upgrade that's available for it. So I'll definitely upgrade it whenever I do get a PS5. I'm not going to get one anytime soon. I'm not going to get an Xbox Series X anytime soon. Unless I just happen to walk into a store and I see an Xbox Series X. I know PS5s are all online. I'm not going to bother picking it up right now. Simply because there's no true exclusives. All the games that are out on them right now, you can play on different hardware. Whether it's PS4 or Demon Souls on PS3. If you want to play that game, why would you want to play that game? I don't know. It's the hardest game I've ever played. And same with Xbox. I mean, everything that is coming out on it is either going to be on the Xbox One or it's on Game Pass. So there's really no point in upgrading at this time and paying outrageous scalpers prices for them. So glad to add that to the collection. And this one was it was buy one get one free. Now I believe these are the same price. I'm not sure. But I ended up getting 3 games. And I'll explain why I ended up with 3 games since they were buy one and get one in just a second. But I picked up Last of Us Part 2. If you all have watched the Game Awards, you know that this won a bunch of awards. I've not played it. I like to keep an open mind when it comes to games because there are some games that I've heard in the past people don't like, and I enjoy them. I enjoyed the first one. I enjoy most Naughty Dog stuff, so I'll definitely give it a shot and see if I like it. And I picked up Burnout Paradise Remastered on the Switch. Glad to have that. And again, those were buy one, get one. But buy one and get one, I ordered them online. The shipping was ridiculous. It was like $10 shipping or something, and I was like $8 away from free shipping because it's $35 free shipping. So they had Borderlands 3 Black Friday for $9.99 new, so I went and picked it up, added to the collection, and so it was cheaper in the long run for me. The next thing I picked up is, I kind of wanted one. So I also picked up some Xbox Game Pass Ultimate cards. Target had them for like $20, so I picked up a few of them. Which is an awesome deal on that. 3-month cards for Game Pass Ultimate. But I've been thinking about doing some online playing, and I wanted a headset. So I kind of looked at some headsets. I looked at the A10. I looked at a few other ones. I wasn't sure what I wanted, but we was in Meijer. No, actually Target maybe. It was either Target or Meijer, one of the two. I don't remember which one. I think it was Target because this is not a Meijer clearance sticker. But I found the Turtle Beach Recon 70s for $11.98. I don't know if you can see that price tag on there or not. They're new in box. The box was a little beat up. The headset works great though. You can see it hanging just here off camera. It says it's for the PS4 Pro and PS4. Of course, you can use it for the Xbox One and the Switch as well. The cool thing about this set, and I didn't know that they made it in this color, but my Xbox One controller is the red controller. And it actually matches my controller pretty well. So it's kind of cool. Not that Valley Girl and my stuff's got to match, but it's still cool nonetheless. One of the other things that I picked up, I picked this up because I've been playing some 64 stuff. Of course, I mentioned the Region Free mod. I don't know 64. I've been playing some 64 stuff, and not that I can't play on the regular 64 controller with the 3 prongs. Just that it's going from that to my Xbox One to PS4 or whatever. It's kind of awkward. So the thing that I ordered that is lost in the mail is I ordered EverDrive for the Nintendo 64, so I could dump the 64 games that I own on it, and I could play them without having to get the card out and do all that, and basically just preserving my media. But of course that's not here, so we'll do a different video on that, I assume, whenever it does come in. But I picked up the Retro Fighters Brawler 64 gamepad, and I picked it up from Castlemania Games, and I have to say I actually like it. So this is the thing that I'm going to kind of review. It is the packaging leaves a little to be desired. It's very reminiscent of like Hyperkin or Retrobit or something like that. It's cheaper packaging. The controller itself, I picked up the classic gray version. The reason that I wanted to pick this up is because it has that modern game controller feel to it. It has your analog stick up here, your D-pad here, couple things that I really don't like about it. And don't get me wrong, this is a good controller and I like it. It works fine. But something that I wasn't sure about at first was the rumble pack in the memory card port. Just kind of the way that you hold it, like my fingers hit it right there, and I thought that would be uncomfortable. But I think it was just me wanting it to be uncomfortable and knowing it's there, and kind of putting my hands in the position to where they work on it. Once you start playing it, it's fine. Something that I wasn't sure about is I wasn't sure about the Z button. There's 2 Z buttons, which is where the left and right trigger would be, because there's not left and right triggers on the 64 controller. So you have 2 Z buttons, which comes in handy, depending on how you're playing, or what game you're playing. The couple gripes that I do have, that I still have, is the texture of the plastic. It's got a cheaper feel. It's a light controller. So it being a light controller, if you put like a rumble pack or something in it, it's going to weigh it down, of course. I don't necessarily like rumble. I think, making a modern controller, maybe they could have put rumble in it. But I don't know that if they put rumble in it, and then you try to plug in a memory card in it, if somehow the console would think that it didn't have a memory card because it had the rumble. I don't know. I'm not an engineer or whatnot. But a couple of gripes that I do have. I've noticed on a few games it's kind of hard to aim with the joystick, and the reason that is, I guess, is going from those games that are designed to work with the joystick that the regular N64 controller has. I don't have one here right now, but this has the GameCube or the Wii Nunchuck style joystick, which is kind of like a true octagon, whereas the joystick on the 64 controller is more like a stretched or an oblong octagon. So there's a little bit harder maybe, or maybe it's just adjusting to it to aim, or in the way that the weapon moves. The other thing is the way they had the layout, and I guess the layout is very similar and about the same as the NES, or the 64 controller. But when you put it in a modern controller, and you're not holding it like this, you put it in a modern controller, I tend to hit C left instead of the face buttons. Like if I'm trying to hit B or A, my hand tends to rest, and you can kind of see how it rests there more on the C button than down here on the A and B button. So I don't know if maybe they could have made the C buttons a little smaller, moved them up, and maybe made the controller a little taller and moved them up. And that would probably help with that too, if it was a little taller. Made those buttons a little smaller, moved them up a little more, that you can move the face buttons up a little more to where the B button would be where your thumb naturally lands. But I think that's just getting used to. The way I put my hands on the controller. So I think once I play a lot more with it, that it'll be great. But I do like it. It is a great controller, and that'll probably be how I play 64 games into the future. So guys, thanks for actually. I've got a few more pickups that I've already got put away. So I'm gonna stop this for just a second. All right, guys. So the last thing that I picked up was actually was a trade. I seen a post on Facebook Marketplace. The individual had some GameCube games. I actually had 2 of them. One of these is not the one they had, but we worked out a deal. They had some GameCube games for sale, both of them for $100. Or was willing to do a trade for a Game Boy SP. I had a extra Game Boy SP and a few games, so I messaged them. We struck a deal. The games that he had listed was Zelda Ocarina of Time and Ocarina of Time Master Quest, which is a pre-order bonus. Back in the day, how cool would it be now if, Nintendo was make pre-order bonuses video games. Instead, you get some pins at the store. But it works great. Glad that it was the last Zelda GameCube game that I needed to complete the collection on the Xbox on the GameCube. The other one that he had listed was Twilight Princess. I have 2 copies of that, so I really didn't need a 3rd copy of that. So some pictures of everything. We talked a little bit, and we worked out the trade for Ocarina of Time and Wario World. So glad to add that to the collection as well. I've not really played a whole lot of that, but it looks fun nonetheless. So 2 good GameCube games to add to the collection. So guys, again, thanks for watching. This video is a little longer, but I had quite a bit of stuff to go over and a few things I want to talk about with the Retro Fighters controller. Thanks for watching. I think after the first year I'm going to do another game room tour. So definitely tune in if you want to see that. If there's anything in particular that you want to see in my collection, maybe you've seen it on video or seen it in the background or something, definitely hit me up in the comments. Let me know, and then I'll kind of showcase that a little more in my game room tour. What I'm going to try to do when I go through my game room tours, I've picked up a lot of stuff since last year. So if you've not watched the GameCube, I can't talk today for some reason. But if you've not watched my game room tour video that I done when I first started the channel, go back and watch that so you can see how the collection's grown. Because it's kind of ridiculous how large it's grown. And some of it came from eBay. Very little of it actually came from eBay. It just like if I needed stuff to complete stuff, I ordered it from eBay, I guess. But a lot of it came from Facebook Marketplace, Goodwill, other thrift stores, retro game stores, things like that. But I'm going to try to, when I go through, pick out the best find for each console, or the best game for each console that I picked up, and kind of let you know where I picked it up, and if I can remember off the top of my head how much I give for it, to show you that even in 2021, because that's when I'll drop the game tour, you can retro video game hunt, you can video game hunt, and you can do it on a budget. When I started with about $100. And granted, I already had some of the stuff just because, I wouldn't say that I'm a gamer, but I liked video games. So, I already had like a PS3, I had my Xbox 360, and, I had a handful of games for both of those. But yeah, now I've got like 25 consoles and a bunch of games. That's not even counting my handheld stuff. When I first started the channel, I don't think I had any of the handheld stuff, to be truthfully honest with you. And now I've got 9 handhelds, which is pretty crazy. 10 handhelds. So, again, guys, don't want to go on and on and on about it. Thanks for watching. If you're not already done so, subscribe. Hit that like button if you like the video. Ring that bell for notifications, and you'll be notified when I post a new video. I try to do them weekly. Last couple months, I've kind of been slacking a little bit, and you maybe not got one every week. But I do apologize for that. Life happens. And kudos to you guys out there that are making content and daily content. It's crazy how y'all do it. I don't know. But you guys, again, thanks for watching. And until next time.